Masterclass. My name is Chris, otherwise known as the Conversion Crusader, and I'm here to help you learn dropshipping. And tonight we're talking about Facebook ads, we're talking about conversion revenue optimization, so on-page conversion optimization, using emails, whatever questions my students might have. And we'll be inviting all of my students in from the Freedom Club. Now, if you do want to learn about the Freedom Club, go to freedomclub.com. And you can come and book in a call with one of our sales team here. We teach people how to do drop shipping, and we are famous for how many people that we've had come through this program and find massive success. It's not just me. This is the team here, Josh, Will, and Austin. I'm the head of education here, so my job is to keep a tab on how everybody's doing, personally train people, and train the coaches. Here's my story, actually, of how I built a $16 million brand and became Freedom Club's head coach. Jump on over if you're interested. But in the meantime, let's start this call. Any second now. Are we live? No, we're live already. It still says initializing. I'm just sitting here staring at the screen like an idiot. Sup, Michael? Sup, Alex? Welcome, guys. Welcome to Wednesday night's masterclass, or sorry, marketing reviews call is what we call it here. Amy, how are you? Has anything changed in Meta this week? You've been scaling as I just suggested, and sales are dropping the last 7 days. Yeah, I've heard that there's some problems with some accounts on Meta. I've not experienced it on Homecraftology. I am experienced it on some other accounts, I must tell you. Has something changed? Yeah, there was some kind of hiccup in the rollout of their last update. A bunch of people said that there were some problems with their ad accounts, so it's not just you, I don't think. But we can take a look at that shortly. All right, let's hey David, hey Max, let's make some money. Yeah, this is the Making Money with Chris show. Only a few questions today. This is good. Priya. Look in Priya account ZenFit. All right. Let me get my ads over here and we can take a look in ZenFit and see how you're doing. Are we live on Facebook? Not Facebook. Yeah, it says we're streaming on YouTube. Where's my stream, YouTube? There we go. There we are. 2 people are watching. I didn't say hello. Hello to the 2 people watching on YouTube. Welcome. Michael, your sales have been terrible in the last week. You thought it was because you made 2 changes to your campaign. Yeah, luckily it's not affected me or I'd be crying right now, but I have heard it's a thing. But I never know what to make of these things when people say, hey, you know, my accounts are gone to shit, nothing's working. I don't know. I never pay too much attention to that because I find people complain all the time about their accounts not working. And you tend to get yourself in this mindset where, oh, there's something wrong, that makes sense. Where in actual fact, most of the time, it's probably your account and then probably is something wrong. So even if people are saying, hey, there's been some issues, don't sort of sit back and think, oh, that's why. There's always things you can be fixing. Okay, Priya, found your ad account and we're going to take a look. And if you are on Reddit and you're in the Reddit Ecom subreddits or the Facebook subreddits, just be careful because every day there's someone in there going, Facebook sucks, look at what happened, and you tend to believe it, and it's just not true. Because while your account might be struggling, my account's flying this week. So it's not like everybody's been hit with some massive bug. Maybe there's something going on, maybe there's not. I know I'm not being very helpful. I apologize. All right, portable vibrating massager. Spent $300 in the last 30 days. No sales? None? I find that hard to believe. 137 clicks. We should have at least had some add to carts, maybe. Let's take a look in the carts and the initiate checkout. Andy, before you forget, you've messaged me on WhatsApp wondering if I have received it. I apologize. I haven't checked my WhatsApps. Well, I've only briefly checked my WhatsApp messages today, and I looked at it, and there was like 100 unread messages. I'll get to that tomorrow, I think. Let me dig my head in the sand for another 24 hours. I've been really busy today. I apologize. Cart checkout. You know, there's the odd day or two, guys, where I just, you know, I have my own store to worry about. So we've had some carts. So sometimes I gotta get some work done. You know what I mean? It's regarding your supplier with T-Fulfill. Your supplier on eBay is unreliable and stuffing up orders and starting to get customer complaints. Yeah, no problem. I will sort you out, Andy. Get you in touch with the supplier, and you can get a quote from them and then add them to your store. When you are using T-Fulfill, like I always say, keep the communication with them up. Make sure you ask a lot of questions so you understand how their business works. And if you're finding that they're taking too long to get the product out, have a chat with them about putting up some money up front and getting, you know, 20 or 100 of your products on hand in the warehouse at all times, so that you don't ever have any delays getting your products out. And if you do find that your products are taking too long to ship, talk to them, because there's other shipping channels that they can possibly select depending on your product that may or may not help. All right, portable vibrating massager. We've paid $300. We're getting decent click-throughs, decent CPM, and an almost decent cost per click. Almost decent. We had 6 add to carts, but no checkouts, which is a little bit annoying. I would have hoped to have seen 1 to 3 checkouts on this thing. So I'm wondering if this is the right product to be selling. That's what I'm wondering. All right, taking a look at what we spent here. Average and conversion ranking is below average. We've had over 100 clicks, 4 add to carts, no checkouts. I think the big mistake that you've made is you've turned off your top of funnel ad, C4. And C3, probably why I would have turned off too, because at only 1.24% click-through rate, it's not that great. So C3 definitely wasn't working for whatever reason, but C4, that's bringing the traffic in. What we don't have is very strong follow-ups. So C4 is the only ad that's actually pulling the weight here. This is the only one that's working. Let's have a watch. Oh, it's an image ad. Most trusted stool most trusted stool for deep tissue recovery. I don't know about this product. It's such a niche. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. It does more than that. Oh. Well, that's interesting. So let me talk you through what I'm thinking here as a consumer. Okay, I see your video pop up on Facebook and I see this foot and I think, oh, it's a foot massager. It's a leg massager. We're up to 5 seconds and I'm just seeing foot and leg. And then now all of a sudden at 6 seconds, I'm seeing neck. I'm wondering if we're starting the video on the wrong type of footage here. And that's why this ad isn't working. I think the visual hook and at the start is just a little too boring. I'm not interested in a foot massager. So we need to have a think about what we can do here to make the beginning of that video better. That's why that didn't work. We could just turn it off. Now you're getting lots of clicks on the C4, 4 add to carts, no purchases. It would have been nice to get a checkout. That tells me that people are looking at this and they're curious, but curious is not buyer intent. So we might need to have a think about maybe not having this with a foot. Maybe this is under a leg somewhere. Or if you had a really fit, good looking model, male or female, doesn't matter, using this to recover their muscles in the image, that might be something that would work potentially. However, I think there's easier products out there. I do. And because none of these are working at all, right? These click-throughs are all under the 1.5%. Only this one here has 1.8. And so what's C6? Instant relief for back, neck, and legs. Yeah, look, honestly, it's pivoting time. It's pivoting time. It's been a good experiment, but there is actually way better products that you can sell for health and fitness. Way better products. So my advice is it's time to pivot on this. Don't remove it from your store. You may end up selling this as part of email. Some people may come and add this to their cart as a bundle. You can certainly do that. But in terms of what you should be doing from here, it's time to pick a new health account. Not health account, health product. All right, Alex, Lunar Loft. Launched ads Wednesday. They were performing well. Added carts checkout. Only 6 purchases. You've made a few changes. Landing page and prices as discussed with coaches. Sales are still low. Can I please give you advice on any changes? Also, abandoned cart and abandoned checkout emails. Open rates are non-existent. Guessing this might be going to junk. How can you stop this? Well, if your emails are not getting opened, move to OmniSend. That's OmniSend. OmniSend. Move to OmniSend. Lunar Loft. Let me find your account real quick. All right, Lunar Loft. 73 buckaroos a purchase. All right, we can probably get that down. I reckon we can get that down to 50. CPM is good. Cost per click is good. CTR is good. All right, where are we falling off? Cart. Checkout. Can you guys? You're with OmniSend. Okay, that's a whole other kettle of fish. Then you want to make sure that you may need to do some warming up. What am I trying to say here? What am I trying to say? Look, I'm trying to give you some advice, but I don't have the time to go into detail tonight about open rates and OmniSend. But I'm pretty sure if you go through my YouTube channel, it's going to be a pain to find it. But I've done this multiple times in detail with what to do with open rates. I wish I had someone who could go through my bloody YouTube videos and find all the gems and like produce them and stuff. I had that for a little while, but it was too much work. If you go through my lives, maybe have I don't know if YouTube will do searching on closed caption. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I've had, you go searching, awesome. Guys, give me 2 minutes. I just need to get a tissue. All right, thank you very much. I'm back. Yeah, so the key thing is we got to get your open rates up, and it could be that your reputation on your domain name is low. It could be that you don't have your SPF or your DMARC set up correctly. OmniSend support are really good. They may be able to go through and tell you if any of those things are wrong or missing and tell you how to fix them. If you do have a bad domain reputation, there's a service that I use called Warmly. Warmly are amazing. They're not cheap. Excuse me, I got the hiccups now. Warmly are not cheap. Not cheap in the slightest. It's warmly.io. I don't have any codes or anything to give you, so this is not an affiliate system or anything. I actually have used these guys, and I do use them when I need to. When you go into Warmly, you don't want to use their regular offering. What you want to do is go and buy an email seed list. That's this thing. And what this is they'll give you a CSV file with however many emails you purchase. I think I went with 500. So they give you a list of 500 emails. And these are special accounts. You load them into OmniSend. And you let them run through your welcome series. You let them run through your abandoned cart series. You let them run through all the automations that you've got. And you do that for a month. And when they all finish the automations, you send them back into another automation. And these email addresses go to a real person. I believe it's a real person. And their job is to open the email, scroll through the email, click on the links, scroll through your website, come back, look at the email, close it, do all the things so that it teaches Google that people love your emails and they want to hear from you and they're going to click on everything. Your stats for your store will be completely out of whack while you do this, but it will make your domain go from my domain reputation was low and then now it's high. And all thanks to Warmly. These guys are great. We got to get those open rates up if we want this to work. Okay, Lunaloft. We have had 21 add to carts, 18 checkouts, and 5 purchases. So you absolutely have a checkout and a cart abandonment issue. We should have a minimum of 9 purchases from 18 checkouts. It should be a minimum of 50%, preferably be more like 10 to 12 purchases from this. In terms of your ads, God, we're nearly there. You're so close. I don't know why you turned C7 off, but you're so close. Your cost per clicks are good. Your click-throughs are good. Let's check out your landing page. The viral Dyson dupe. Cool. I'm going to give you a fair warning, Alex. I don't know if you're going to get in trouble about that. I don't know if Dyson's going to come and say, hey, this thing looks too close to a Dyson. I don't know. I don't know. You're probably going to be fine. I guess because this doesn't look like Dyson. It looks similar, but it looks different enough, and it does things that the Dyson doesn't do. But that image there looks like a Dyson. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. The rest of the website's great. Let's just quickly test this. Add to cart. Check out. Great, nothing's there. Nothing that would stop anything. Do you have a pop-up? I didn't see one. Competitors are doing the same. It's probably fine. Probably fine. I guess I'm just overly cautious. Yeah, I don't see a pop-up. The mystery discount? Well, I opened your store in an incognito window. Nothing's popped up. I have a feeling your pop-up's not working. Okay, now I've... Oh, did it? Okay. Okay, my apologies. It must be my eyes that aren't working. Or my attention. One of the two. Let's put these glasses on. All right. I will probably get some emails from you pretty soon, and I'll be able to tell you if they land in my inbox. Hopefully I'll get some emails from you soon. Let me check my spam. Nothing in there yet. All right. Okay. So nothing wrong with the website, nothing wrong with the ads. These are all heading in the right direction. Your next thing that you need to work on is those open rates. And I will on Monday, in my Monday stream, I'll do a bit of a special on you for open rates, if that's okay. I'll go over how to fix them, what to look for, and all the things. I'll do all the things. All right. Andy, increase your budget, winning ads, check your ad data for TechBot. Look at these numbers, they're great. Terrific. Why don't they look as good? Old car owner, 43. Combined winners. Oh, we got some here that are a bit higher. Okay. $49 a purchase. Old car owner. 25. I'm just waiting to see. You're not doing any audiences. So one of the things you might want to test is some audiences. I don't know what audiences you could do for like old car owners. You could try targeting younger people. Oh, actually, that's interesting. I wonder if we have a look at the breakdown. Age. Oops. Oh, really? Oh, really? 55 years and older. Hello. But then 25 to 34 was, yeah, it's a bit, there's not much I can do there. It's a bit all over the shop. That's not telling me much. What about gender? Females have bought the most. Females. What? I did not expect that. Okay. And Facebook's the winner here. All right, none of that information really helps us at all at the moment, but it was interesting. Okay, so old car owner, we've got $31. Look, it looks to me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Essentially, what you're doing here, you've got two ad sets that are very, very similar in the same campaign, and that's not really what we want to do. Not really. It can work when you're targeting different people, but when you have two broad ad sets and they both have the same ads and you've just sort of got one combined and they're pretty much the same, this makes Facebook very confused about where to send the traffic to and where to apply the purchase to when it does get a purchase. I would turn off combined winners and let old car owner go because it's doing well. And it's then time to go and make new ads. Get a bunch of new UGC ads and new images and use them. So if you turn off combined winners, keep old car owner going. Let's take a look at the landing page, by the way. Let's see if there's anything there we can do to... Alex, one more question. In the meantime, do I need to add more ads? Try it. No. Right now, don't worry about your ads. For you, Alex. For you, one problem at a time, sir. Fix your emails. Fix your emails. Your ads are in no danger of getting fatigued. Look, I haven't changed my Homecraft ads in two years nearly. Well, in at least 12 months. Once you have your ads at work, they're going to work for a while. Mystery discount. Great. That looks fantastic, by the way. Upgrade any older car in minutes. Great landing page. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Perfect. Perfecto. All right, yeah. So we turning off combined winners, keeping old car owner going, and coming up with a new set of ad creatives for yourself. Don't put them in there, put them into a new ad set. Oh, good job. All right. Orkin. Column. Look at the column account. All right. Column. Oh dear, Galaxy Projector. Yikes. Didn't I already check this one? We spent $100 the past 2 days. It is absolutely time to pivot. This isn't working. This is not working. CTR is, it's okay. This isn't very exciting to me at all. If this was me, it's absolutely time to pivot. Miguel, Relax Air, Aussie Outlet. Okay. Aussie Outlet, $462 spent. No purchases. Interesting. V2 audience testing travel tourism. Whose store is this? Do we have Miguel on the call? Miguel, I'm just going to check on. Okay, 3 checkouts. Okay, all right. 3 checkouts, 7 carts. We're not a complete ghost town. This is good. Not for the amount of money we've spent, though. Spent 169, 73, and 209. 73, was that the second one? $73 on the second one for 1 checkout, 3 added carts. $200 for this one. All right. Conversion. So what is going on the website? Because look, the stats on the ads, the CPMs are so expensive. The CTRs are good. Your cost per click is untenable because the CPMs are so high, which means people are probably clicking off your website really, really quickly. 14 days packed, still wrinkle free. So that's a pretty good ad. That's pretty good. So people are coming in, they're going to the website and they're going, absolutely not. And they're clicking out of here really quickly because your product image sucks. Your logo kind of sucks. A lot of the other websites that I'm seeing at the moment from Freedom Clubbers too, we should probably try by the way, gotta get rid of the Klaviyo stuff down the bottom, but you should be trying a mystery discount. We don't have that thing here that most of the modern websites through Freedom have telling us about how many people love the product. Everything stays where it belongs. Packing, these are terrible, terrible unique selling points. Those are nice, but you're losing people here. That's the problem. Remember on mobile, this is what everybody sees. This is supposed to be the most expensive part of your store because this is what absolutely everybody will see the moment they click on your link and land on your page. And I feel like we're letting them down here. This image tells me nothing about the product. This would be somewhat of a better product image. That's it. That's not that great either. We don't see any faces. People like faces. That looks like I don't know. To me, that looks like a hospital chair. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. But none of these product images are selling this product to me. That GIF is pretty good. This GIF is pretty good, but no one's making it down this far on the page because we haven't seen something that gets this excited up the top of the page. This is all great. Like the further down I go, the better your page gets. But this top half, it looks very sad. So what I want you to do, who was this? This is Miguel, was it? Miguel, I need you to work with Jimmy and we need to make this a lot better. We need better product images. We need to be looking at the competition. There is competition out there killing it with this product. Absolutely killing it. We need to find them. We also need to have a look at making this logo better, making this something that looks like a travel store, just adding a little bit more trust elements to this page. So keep your ads paused. Let's go back and rework this. Go and make a list of all of your competitors and have a look at all of their landing pages and try to replicate. Not that, don't steal their images, don't steal their products. Look, there is zero excuse for anybody stealing images in 2026. You can just take an image of someone's website and go to ChatGPT and say, hey, change this up for me, and it will change it up. There is no reason to steal anybody's image anymore. Don't steal their images, their GIFs or their videos, but do steal their ideas and make them better. That's the important step there, is make the ideas better. Most people just steal the idea and go, you know what? I'm just going to copy that whole entire paragraph into my store and run ads and hope for the best. It's not how we do it. Copy that paragraph into Word or some sort of document and change it yourself. Even use ChatGPT for some ideas, but work on that. Work on it so that you're not just copy pasting, you're copying, improving, and pasting. Anyway, that wasn't a rant at you, by the way. Just in general. So keep your ads paused and work on that landing page. Max. Pure Nest. You're getting sales, but the margin is the issue. So you put your price up since yesterday morning. Do I think it's a good call turning off? Brought ad set part 4, no sales, but good on ad stats. Oh, that's where this job gets very, very hard. All right. So we need to figure out how to make more money from the money that you're getting. So you got the right idea. You're testing out a different price point. That's exactly what I would do first. But there's more to it than that. And I'll go through some of those ideas shortly. It looks to me like you're doing the right thing. We're down to, on average, $39 per purchase. C9, $190. These are all pretty good, but maybe I said C9. I was looking at C15 for $95 a purchase, and then we've got C16 having spent $45. So these two are probably two that are on the cutting block for me. This one's not working. Her face is cut off through half of it. Looks like bad editing. Really bad editing. If you're going to use a woman's face or a man's face or anybody's face, we don't want it to get cut off. Oh wait, it's only getting cut off in these types of, when the screen is 4:5. You might need to re-edit that one, maybe. But it looks good in these ones, so why isn't it working? Hold on, let's turn this off. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we do have sound.
Is actually made from recycled electronics. What's wrong with that? Those are treated with chemical flame retardants. So when this gets heated up with flame retardants and your black plastic kitchen utensils. A study showed that black plastic is actually made from recycled.
Okay, so that ad there has gotten a significant amount of spend, not the most, but still a bit significant. The click-through rate is great, cost per click is great, but only 2 purchases. So why? Why? We're talking about black plastic utensils being toxic. And we go to your website. Yeah, the non-by, yeah, I don't think it's a problem. I mean, I don't think it is. I would keep it running for a little while longer because you never know. Like, the stats are good. I'm wondering if it was just unlucky. Let's have a look. Maybe it was just unlucky. How do I know if an ad set or an ad inside an ad set is unlucky? Or we check the carts and we check the checkouts. If everything else is kind of performing well, but you got one outlying bad performer, just check, because this one's had 6 add to carts and 2 checkouts. And of those, 2 purchases. So the stats are telling me that that's probably the best this is going to perform. It's not going to get any more purchases because only 2 people tried to check out. And it's not even a top of funnel ad. Ideally, the perfect ad set that we want to see is we have room to improve. This is the good news. Hi Priya, yeah, I already went through yours. If you want, go and have a look through the YouTube and you can see what I've said about your business. All right. Ideally, what we want to see in an ad set in 2026 is usually we'll get a high spend on one particular ad. Usually when we get high spend on that ad, we get probably a less favorable cost per purchase. But in this case, C12, picking up the most amount of spend and a really good cost per purchase, fan-bloody-tastic. That is a great ad. Where you're failing is in the follow-up ads. Now, usually, sorry for scrolling all over the place, usually what we'd like to see is the other ads below the top of funnel. They'll have less spend, but they'll usually be far more lucrative for that spend. In your situation, these bad boys here, C14, 15, and 13, they should be picking up more sales, but instead, we're stuck. 2 checkouts and 4 checkouts. C13 is potentially still pretty good. But C14 and C15, they are not working. Why?
3 things I would never use in my kitchen as an environmental scientist. Number 1, black plastic utensils. Many of these are considered e-waste, and the problem is that brings along high levels of toxic.
I don't know, man. For whatever reason, even though I like these ads, and these ads look pretty good, for whatever reason, they're not working. It could be that the actors or the person in the role is just not drawing people in. I think you should turn these 2 off and have another go at testing out some new ads. Not all of them. You might find you turn these 2 off and the whole thing might start performing better, potentially. Oh, C16, $45 spend, 1 checkout. So we may have had a purchase there. This one might still be okay. Turn these 2 off and maybe go and test some additional video ads in another ad set, in a testing ad set. I'm guessing we got some more ads here. We'll wait for some more data on those ones. But look, you're almost there. Now, in terms of how we make more money, yes, putting the price up is an idea. And look, you might better put these up to 120 maybe. Who knows? Encouraging people to have more bundles. You could try and make it 15 and 20% off, encouraging people to actually buy more. We're going to go through now and have a look. I don't know why one was free. Let's just double check. Buy 1 plus I want the utensil holder for free. Okay, cool. That's why it was free. Great. Checkout. That's solid. It's working well. Let's just double check on the having 2 of those bad boys in. So I'll add another one to cart. So I should get an additional 10% off. 2 and 2, $97. Is that right? Buy 2 for 98. That's weird. All right, hold on. Let's double check that. Oh, it's because it's giving me my welcome 10. Okay, I got it. It's probably nothing. It's probably fine. Buy 2 for $98.99. $98.99. Cool. All right. With these prices here. No, that's actually correct. That's correct. No, I was going to go on a rant, but it's fine. Welcome 10 minus $20. Off we go. Oh yeah. Get rid of these. Get rid of these from your cart. So we should only have a checkout button in the cart. We don't want to have anything else. No decision making in the cart. We're already asking them to check out. That's already a big decision. We don't want them to be thinking about, do I use Shop Pay or PayPal or G whatever, Google Pay yet. We just want them quite literally to go to the checkout page and get 1 step closer to buying. Here they got the same decision to make. So we don't need to make the same decisions twice. Okay, so contact details. Shopify support, it's in the theme. It's in your cart. Go into your theme, go into your cart page, and you should be able to remove them from there. If not, get on to Jimmy, and Jimmy will be able to help you. Sorry, Jimmy. Making him too busy. All right, the rest is good. So take a good look through your Omnisend as well. If you're using Omnisend or Klaviyo, make sure you're getting good open rates on your abandoned carts and your abandoned checkouts and even your browser abandonment. Make sure you got a good welcome series and that you're putting a lot of effort into teaching people about these issues with using these black utensils and whatnot. And it should go good. Oh, yeah, we were talking about how to get more money. Okay. How do we get more money? For me, it's all about my one-click upsell. This bad boy right here. And you'll see what I kind of what I'm doing in here. So I'm always working on something, always. So I'm checking on my page. These are the upsells that I have on my page, right? On the products. So you might want to see if you can actually put some upsells. Oh, come on, load in. Are we not going to load in? Okay, because I've already selected it. Well, now I can't. Oh, there we go. It was just taking a sweet time. Sorry, I'm losing patience with my own store. These are those same one-click upsells inside my product page. I like these because all you got to do is click this. And I can see here when I look at my one-click upsell that we're making, oh, geez, look at that one. 74 cents for every visitor that comes to my website just from having that there. So to get to this point where I'm making this kind of money, my priority processing just gives me free money, right? That's $2.97 for nothing for people just to make their orders faster. And look how much revenue that's brought in. So we do this on the product page, okay, and then we do it on the post-purchase upsell. So I have right here a test running, same product with different discounts, and I'm trying to figure out, do I make more profit when I have 40% discount versus 50% discount? It's going to take some time. You can see here on this one in particular, when it's 50% off, I make more revenue per visitor. When it's 40% off, I only make 24 cents per visitor versus 82 cents per visitor if I have it at 50%. But this one, funnily enough, it doesn't seem like I have to give out the big discount. I can make more profit by putting up a 40% discount. So I am always testing. Next thing I might do on this one is test what happens if 40 versus 30%. Michael says you can code it out. Yeah, you probably these days can quite easily code it out using ChatGPT. I needed some changes done to my theme today on one of my other websites. I literally look. I'll see if I can show you actually. Show you exactly what I did. So I'm building out a new theme for my store. I wanted to use my good old shrine, so I was building this out, and I realized I had a bit of a problem. I needed a change done to one of these that changed the way that it worked. I won't go into too much detail about what it was, but I needed a change done to this in particular. So I went up here to top right and I said edit code. And now I'm in my code editor for that particular object. So this is my image with text. This is the code that builds that out. And what I did, I selected all, copied that into ChatGPT, and I said to ChatGPT, This is a Shopify liquid model. Here is the code. I want you to change it to do X, Y, Z. And it spat out the code to fix it. I pasted that in here, refreshed my theme, boom. Everything was working. ChatGPT is an incredible liquid coder. It's amazing. You could probably get it to fix your cart. So if you wanted to fix your cart, you would go to your code, come in here, and you find your cart. It'll probably be under sections. So we got cart drawer. You may be using that, or maybe you're using a different type of cart. You would copy all this into your ChatGPT and say, hey, remove the checkout images under checkout, or the other buttons under checkout. Then it would spit out some code you can copy and paste back in here, and it will probably work. If you screw it up and your website doesn't work anymore, don't panic. Every time you save this file, where is it? Is it up the top? How do you get to it? Maybe I need to change it. Hold on. So this is one that has been changed before. It says it's been changed twice. I think this is version 2. I think that's what it's saying. There used to be a way to go back to a previous version. I'm sure there still is. Is this history? Oh, that's pretty cool. You got a, oh, that's nice. How do we see the history? There was a way. Oh, here we go. The timeline, original and file save. So I can just click here and I can see the original and I can copy my code back. Oh, Priya, 2 sales, you say? Well, okay. Well, that changes things a lot. There's not much I can actually look at though, Priya, because even if I looked back at your data and tried to figure out if they were performing, at the moment, there's no way of knowing what's performing because the sales haven't come through. But that's great news. That's great news that you've had 2 sales. So most of my feedback still applies. I don't think you need to necessarily pivot just yet. We probably can have a look at changing up some of those videos so that it doesn't just look like a foot problem fixer and more like it's a body tool is what if my memory is serving me correctly. So don't pivot, but definitely look at changing up that video. And hopefully next time I see your ad account, hopefully we have the data in there to show me where those purchases are coming from. Does that make sense? Max, you have a ad set scheduled with winning ad sets duplicated but targeted to females and engaged shoppers. Is this the right thing to do? Yeah, that's the right thing to do. No, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. You may as well do that. You may find that data works better. Give it a try, Max. And Vinod. Priya, competitor is selling it more than the lines of more on the lines of plantar fasciitis solution. They're doing very well. Priya, can you try making yours more along the line of a plantar fasciitis solution and see if that works for you? I know I probably didn't say that correctly, so my apologies. Vinod, relief ease. Hold on. I don't know if I've got access. I'll have to have a look. The last time I was invited to Relief Ease was 2025. Just checking to see if I have access to it. Nope, my invitation is expired. So what you might need to do, I couldn't get in. Can you please delete the invitation and resend it to me for next time? Can I please explain what I look at for the add to carts, checkout initiated, and purchases, and say this is the best it will get you. So when you see an ad, right? Let me just stop sharing for now. Let's see if I can talk to you face to face. That's a bit better. When you see, no, I won't have time, mate. Once you've sent it to me, it's going to take me 5-10 minutes just to get into your account. This call's finishing in 9 minutes, so I won't have time. I definitely have time to get into your account, but I won't have time to review your account until next time. But definitely send it through so that I can access your stuff for next time. All right, Max. When I'm looking at ads, sometimes you have an ad that let's just say your top ad spends $1,000, and then the ad underneath it, maybe it spent $200 or $300, and it could be that it's gotten, say, 2 purchases, and that's way too expensive cost per purchase. So you're like, oh man, this ad sucks. But always check the initiate checkouts and the add to carts, because sometimes you might have an ad that has, 10 add to carts and 5 initiate checkouts, but only 1 purchase. And you might think, oh, damn, I'll turn that one off because it's not performing. But it nearly was, because it got people to the initiate checkout and then something happened. Maybe they saw another ad from you and purchased off that one. So it's still a very strong ad. But in your situation, the one that we looked at, it only had like 5 add to carts and like 2 checkouts and 2 purchases. So it wasn't the case that it was outperforming. Sorry, I just had one of my team members calling me. One sec. One sec. Okay, so does that make sense? Does that make sense? So in that situation, because I only had 2 initiate checkouts and 2 purchases, we weren't missing out on any magic sauce, but turning that one off, I don't think it will decrease performance. And I think the concept that you've got is good. I think that the angle you've got is good, but something about the presentation didn't quite work out in those ones. And that's just not my opinion. I thought they were very strong ads, but we have to look at the user response, and we have to look at what the feedback that we're getting from the market is telling us, and make good decisions based on that. That's what we got to do. All right, Vinod, I have your request, and I am going in there now. I'm accepting that invitation, and next time I'm going live, which will be Monday. If you could go right now, Vinod, and pop in on Monday's session to review your account, you can be first, but you got to get in now. Go into Monday's session, pop that right in there, and I've got access, so I can do that. For everybody else, it's been a wonderful Wednesday night. It's been great, actually. Really enjoyed it. And I'll be back on Sunday for product research. And I'll be back for more of this Monday at, I think, 6 p.m. we start, okay? And until then, guys, feel free to message your coaches. Anything you need to escalate, you can escalate to me up through them. They actually give me feedback on you guys all the time. So I always see their feedback. We always talk about you guys in our little private chats. So any questions or concerns you have, you can go through your coaches. They will talk to me. I will talk to them, and we're all going to help you out. But until then, I will see you in the next one.